Yo, what's up, guys? Let's talk about Alliance War really quick. Let's talk about my feelings. Haven't had a chance to make this video. Let's talk about the compensation real quick. So let's jump right into the compensation. This is the second part of the compensation, the boost that we got because of the forums. Actually, let me bring that up here on the screen. There's a forums post. If you go to Kabam's forums and you look up war compensation merge, you're gonna see there. I believe it's Kabam Mike talking to the community. When it comes to like building this, kind of letting everybody was saying, hey, I didn't just lose resources. I was, I lost boost on top of that. So they came up with this compensation, which I think was a great win between Kabam listening to the players and doing something about it. So, out of all this mess and everything I'm going to talk about right now, I got to say, this is probably the best thing that happened, because Kabam's listening, talking to the players, and I wish they would have done more of that on this one. Not saying that the reason why this came about is a bad idea, because if you guys didn't know, let me bring it up here real quick. If you guys don't follow, he's a great guy, gets a lot of information out there, does YouTube videos and some live streams occasionally. CCP Cam. So Cam from the CCP gave out the suggestion. So it says he is on his Twitter saying, hey, I gave out the gauntlet keys, giving out the gauntlet keys and revives to hold players over in the multi-week content drop before this patch was my suggestion. Now he's saying, hey, obviously it was delivered a little bit late, but also save those revives for the brutal challenge and for the next drought in the coming weeks or months, or whoever knows when the drought is. I think this is another very great option here, that, Kabam's out there listening to not, players, just players, whether you're in the CCP or not in the CCP, they're listening to you and they're doing something to kind of give back. So they're like, okay, we hear that. Yes, we understand there was a drought for like 2 weeks because the Battlegrounds was down, AEW was down. And then prior to that, AEW was down. So here, let's do what's already built into the game. What's easy to redo? Gauntlet keys. Okay, that's easy. Let's just generate some keys, let people get in there, and let's put those rewards back in there, right? I don't know how hard and difficult that was to get done. But I think, obviously, like listening to the players and doing something about it, I think that's a really good option from Kabam. But this could have been better. I would have, even though I just said listening to the players to do something is good, I don't agree of doing the gauntlet for rewards is good. I'm not very active when it comes to the CCP Alliance War section of that part of the CCP. If you guys didn't know this, by the way, my name is Max and I'm in the CCP, and I don't know, I'm just not that active in the war zone of things. And whether that was a suggestion, conversation being had there, I don't know. But I would have not suggested that. I would have not said, hey, let's go in there and force the players to do some content to get the rewards. I do get the idea of doing it because there's nothing to do. I get that. What I would have done if I would have gone with that direction, which is what they did, saying, hey, do some content, here's some rewards, give us whatever, 2 keys. I would have packed this with a third or second compensation, saying here's some shards, here's some also rank up materials, just in case you don't have the team for the gauntlet. Maybe this helps you get your team up, and those are going to be the shards and other features, compensations, and rank up materials that you're going to be getting from that you missed out from not playing the Alliance War. Yes, you get some from completing this, but you get that by completing it, by doing the work, by doing the grind of maybe an hour or 2 hours, whatever it takes you to finish out the gauntlet. Now, this is why I say this, because now that we know the outcome, now there's been a couple of days since the release of this, people have gotten in there and done the gauntlet. And what I'm seeing is, you see these 5 revives? That is not what the players in the community is using to do the gauntlet. I've seen players use from like 5 revives. There's players that use it without, any items used. But on average, I'm seeing a lot of players using 20, 30 plus revives to finish the gauntlet twice. But not just one run, but do it twice. And that's super demoralizing to see. Like, I see that, and I see the players like, hey, well, we got given these keys. Oh, I kind of want those rewards. It's going to help my account. It's not the best rewards because a little bit outdated when it comes to like where a lot of people are focusing on, hey, they want to get that 6-star to rank 5. They want to get that 7-star to rank 2 or that 6-star to rank 4. Those rewards don't help to get to those areas. What they do help is in the gold and 6 stones and some of it. You got that 1 to 2 gem, but it's not where 2023 August towards the end of the year should be giving you rewards for Alliance Wars, especially if you're compensating for one of the juiciest game modes when it comes to rewards out in the game. It's not the same. And I think, like I said, now that we've gone a couple of days after, I think it's sad to see that that this was what was delivered. Having players, force players, and again, no one's putting like, poking you with a stick saying you have to do this gauntlet. You're not forced to do it. There was actually a poll. I think I had it up here. I don't know if I still do. Let me bring it up here. Are you planning on the forums again? Are you planning to do, to use the keys from compensation? Out of all the votes, 58% of it, which is a majority, said no. And that just lets you know, those are the player base. That lets you know that we're not happy with this compensation, man. And like forcing us to do, again, and keep saying forcing us, but you're not forced to do anything, but forcing us to do content to get rewarded for a issue that's in the game. That's just not sit well. And especially now that, like I said, days have gone by and I see people and players spend tons of revives on trying to get this content done. It feels really bad. That is what bothers me. It's not the fact that they're forcing me, that the compensation's whack, that the Alliance War is down. No, but when I see Kabam make people do things and then the people have to spend more than what they're being rewarded or compensated, the revives, to do it, it's what makes me upset. And I don't think that's funny, fair, or just I don't appreciate that at all. But one thing to note here, just to kind of finish this video off, I don't want it to go too long, is if Kabam pays attention to this, by the way, at the end of this, there is a lot of players in Alliance War, high competitive alliances, and players that compete in Alliance War, Masters, the top brackets and stuff. They're very happy that this whole time Alliance War has been down. I don't know if Kabam, you need to realize this, do more polls, do more feedback, listen to the players and what they're saying. They're not happy with Alliance War. Alliance War is a game mode that was built and created and has been developed and has a lot of attention. And a lot of attention is because of the rewards. Take those rewards from Alliance War, just to tone them down, drop them down a bit. And you're going to realize how many players are going to have this side of relief of just not wanting to play Alliance War. A lot of us players, just in general, play the game and play the different game modes because of the rewards, because of the compensation of the rewards. Alliance Quest, Prestige gets pushed because of the top rewards. Whether they're worth it or not, you want to get them, okay? Alliance Wars, same thing. Alliances push because of the rewards. Battlegrounds, same thing. But let's just talk those 3 game modes right now. What are the favorite game modes most players are playing? And it's got like a hot button. It's Battlegrounds. If Kabam can easily shift just a tad bit, just to test, just to see what the community is going to say, you're going to get the players that are just going to be like, why are you taking Alliance War rewards away? You're going to get that. But underneath it, there's going to be a sigh of relief. It's like, hey, you know what? We don't have to push Alliance War as much anymore. Let's still keep pushing, but whether we end up pushing so much, it doesn't matter as much. And you're still going to have the same result of people pushing hard, because they want even the nerf rewards from Alliance War. They're still going to want it. Just kind of like a Alliance Quest. You're still going to have alliances push and prestige, even for the rewards that are not as worth it. But if you push those rewards, not just take them away, into Battlegrounds, you're going to see that, hey, by the way, guys, we're not just taking away the rewards, we're actually shifting it to Battlegrounds. You're going to see players a lot happier being able to play Battlegrounds. It's just faster. It's just you and the game. I'm seeing it across the board, when it comes to like players itself, just how they're feeling. And when it comes to Alliance War, this whole time that it's been down, top players, top competitive players are just happy that there's no Alliance War. What does that tell Kabam? What does that really tell the company behind it? Like, is there something that we need to investigate a bit further? Are they really not enjoying Alliance War? And if Alliance War was down for so long and they're happy, should we start looking at, are we missing out on opportunities? Should we push maybe Battlegrounds a little bit more with rewards, and maybe we can, again, this is a business talk now, get more income by pushing Battlegrounds a bit more. So, hey, more champions for Battlegrounds, specifically for Battlegrounds. Hey, sell more rank up materials, sell these champions, sell these, sell this, sell this. Focused around Battlegrounds. Top defenders, top attackers. Every single other champion, maybe not every month, but like you're looking at something that's focused around Battlegrounds. I think there's a missed opportunity too on Kabam's side if they can just shift away from Alliance War. But that's just my suggestion. I know not a lot of people will not agree with that, but what I'm seeing across the board is and whether I'm not even going to voice that in the CCP because I'm going to get burned if I were to say that, but I'll say it here. And if Kabam does watch this, I mean, I think they should look into it and just look at the feedback, not from in CCP, but players across the board that are playing in these competitive alliances. I know we can get a lot of feedback because we've noticed it by the compensation that we got from both. One is from the community in the forums. I believe this was built by them, if I'm not mistaken. That's kind of what I was told. And then this one, we saw Kabam listen to a CCP member to kind of come up with this one. So they're listening to the players. Like I said, that's a good thing about this whole situation. It really is, but not the best compensation. The fact that they're listening to it, thumbs up. The compensation and what they came up with, thumbs down. And probably should start looking away from Alliance War. I think building incursions and Battlegrounds are your two favorite newest game modes. If we love, by the way, the new changes to incursions. Beautiful. I think you got really thumbs up from a lot of the community. And Battlegrounds, thumbs up. I think these got to be the two new game modes. These AQ and Alliance War are the old game modes that existed in the game. And I think it's time to start taking the rewards out of Alliance War and start pushing them into incursions and Battlegrounds as the two newest game modes that exist in the game. That's my suggestion. Let me know in the comments what you think. Catch you guys on the next video. While you're down there, don't forget to smash the like button on it, please. I appreciate it. And subscribe if you have not. Thank you so much. Watching the next one. Peace.